Hello, YouTube friends. This is Father Frank Pavone of Priests for Life. We're going to talk today about yet another abortion procedure called dilation and extraction. Now, I've talked to you about the dismemberment procedure, the suction procedure, as well as the prostaglandin abortion. Today's procedure is even more horrifying because it uses the birth process itself as the method of killing. What is known as partial birth abortion in technical legal language is a version of this procedure. So the partial birth abortion has actually been banned by Congress. That was signed into law in 2003 and just last year upheld by the Supreme Court. So a particular version of what we're about to describe to you is now illegal in the United States of America, but not every version of what we're about to tell you is in fact illegal. In fact, there are still battles going on in various states. Most recently, for example, in Michigan, where the governor vetoed a ban on the type of procedure we are about to describe. Now, this procedure is so unbelievable that some of you who are viewers are going to say, this cannot possibly be happening. Father Frank must be making this up. And that's why I have a few papers in my hand that I want to point out. First, the medical paper by Dr. Martin Haskell, given in September of 1992 to a gathering of the National Abortion Federation in Dallas, Texas, in which he describes how to do a version of this procedure. Then we have the act of Congress banning this particular procedure, or one variety of it anyway. And then we have two decisions of the United States Supreme Court in regard to the procedure that I'm about to describe to you. If it's not happening, someone ought to tell Dr. Haskell, someone ought to tell the Congress and the President of the United States, someone ought to tell the United States Supreme Court. What happens in this procedure? The baby is brought out alive as if being delivered, and before the delivery is completed, the baby is killed. I want you to actually listen to abortionist Martin Haskell describing this procedure to a group of abortionists. And then I'm going to have you listen to another clip in which you will actually hear the abortion machine in the background, and after it finishes sucking the brains out of the baby, the abortionists who are gathered watching it actually applaud. Let's listen and see for ourselves.
The fetus is oriented dorsum or spine up. At this point, the right-handed surgeon, slides the fingers of the left hand along the back of the fetus and hooks the shoulders of the fetus with the index and ring fingers. Next, he slides the tip of the middle finger along the spine towards the skull while applying traction to the shoulders and the lower extremities. The middle finger lifts and pushes the cervix out of the way. While maintaining this tension, the surgeon then takes a pair of blunt, curved Metzenbaum scissors in the right hand. He carefully advances the tip curved down along the spine and under the middle finger until he feels it contact the base of the skull, under the tip of the middle finger. Reassessing the proper placement of the closed scissors tip and safe elevation of the cervix, the surgeon then forces the scissors into the base of the skull. He spreads the scissors to enlarge the opening. The surgeon then introduces a suction catheter into this hole and evacuates the skull contents. With the catheter still in place, he applies traction to the fetus